at 5.
Well, on this very night 1 year ago, a lot of hearts were broken in Allentown.
It was quite a night, wasn't it? The city is marking the first anniversary of a gas explosion that killed 5 people. While Allentown has dealt with explosions before, technology brought the blast at 13th and Allen closer to home for many emergency workers.
WFMZ's Jaccii Farris is joining us live now from the explosion site with more. Jackie.
Seconds after the explosion happened, 911 dispatchers had a front row seat to the rescue and the recovery effort.
It was all in one instant. My wife heard the big bang.
The windows to get the people out from the house next door.
When you see every one of your 911 lines light up at one time, you can pretty much guarantee there's a significant event.
February 9th, 2011 was an event that Allentown 911 dispatchers had literally never seen before. But recently installed crime cameras put them at the scene of a massive gas explosion at 13th and Allen seconds after it happened.
What the camera operator saw when he panned the camera to look east on Allen Street was sheer devastation. There was fire. There was fire in the street. There was debris in the street. We had a hard time telling where the devastation even ended. How many houses were actually involved.
13th and Allen. You had engine 9, engine 4, engine 10, truck 1 for an explosion.
For the first time, 911 dispatchers were able to watch the disaster and its aftermath unfold. Firefighters battling the blaze, residents watching in awe, and the silent search through the charred rubble.
When they called for the coroner, we knew what was going on at the scene.
It was the job of dispatch operators to capture every aspect of the explosion on camera, knowing they would be watching the removal of 5 bodies, including an infant.
Some people, I think, dealt with it better than others. Some people could look at it. Some people chose not to.
It was a heartbreaking, real-life training experience. Allentown 911 dispatchers hope they will never have to repeat.
It showed us the capabilities of the cameras for use for video evidence. As you know, the PUC is using this video. It undoubtedly will be utilized in the civil suits that are coming. It opens up a whole new realm of our responsibility to document as best we can what's out there.
Now, that crime camera video will be utilized in a wrongful death suit that was filed against UGI just last week. And several of the homeowners who lost everything are also seeking compensation. But tonight is about remembering those killed in the explosion. Tonight at 7, there's going to be a lot of people here at the blast site for a candlelight vigil, and there's also going to be a religious service at Bill and V. Hall's church. We'll have much more on remembering the people who died here at 13th and Allen Streets coming up tonight at 6. In Allentown, Jaccii Farris, 69 News.
Thank you, Jackie. No doubt many more tears will be shed tonight as the community gets together to remember the day that changed a neighborhood forever.
A candlelight vigil will be held this evening at 7 o'clock at 13th and Allen Streets to remember the victims of the explosion. At the same time, a prayer gathering will be held at Salem United Methodist Church on West Linden Street. Both events are open to the public.
This weekend, 69 News will premiere a documentary on the explosion and its aftermath. The half-hour special Time Bomb Allentown Gas Explosion premieres Saturday night at 7:30 here on WFMZ TV. For much more on this, just go to your computer, go to our website, WFMZ.com. We have created a special section dedicated to the anniversary of the explosion. Just click on the link in the Hot Topics bar.
A lawsuit filed by the...
Police say they've put the cuffs on... Exactly 1 year since a gas explosion that killed 5 people and destroyed a neighborhood in Allentown.
Residents are remembering the victims in a pair of memorials tonight, one at a local church, the other at the blast site.
WFMZ's Jaccii Farris joins us live from 13th and Allen with a preview. Jackie.
Well, in just about an hour, this lot will be filled with candlelight and prayers. There will also be a ceremony that will include 1 flower for each person who died here. At Michael Thomas Floral Design Studio in Allentown,
I can't imagine what they have gone through this year.
Owner Mickey Brown is preparing for the anniversary of the deadly gas explosion at 13th and Allen Streets.
We have the candles already.
A year ago, former 13th Street resident Karen Grabowski had just picked out flowers for her daughter's wedding.
Oh, you did an awesome job.
Today, she's picking up flowers to remember 5 people killed in the blast. Bill and Bee Hall lived on the corner of 13th and Allen. Manuel Cruz lived next door with his mother, Ophelia Ben, his daughter, Catherine Cruz, and Cruz's 4-month-old son, Matthew Vega. He wasn't home when the explosion happened, but he will be among the dozens of people expected to pay their respects at a candlelight vigil tonight. Grabowski has picked a special flower for each of her neighbors who perished.
The 2 pink ones are for Manuel's mom and daughter. The blue one is for Catherine's baby boy, and the 2 roses are for Bee and Bill Hall because they had roses in their garden.
That garden and the neighborhood that Grabowski knew were destroyed by the explosion. 6 houses damaged by the fire were torn down, leaving Grabowski and 4 other families homeless.
I just want to show the community that in a tragedy like this, we can still move forward.
A wooden cross is all that remains on this lot here at 13th and Allen. People have been stopping by all day, dropping off balloons and teddy bears. But in about an hour, there will be about 50 to 60 people, including Allentown Mayor Ed Pulowski, in candlelight, trying to dig down deep and remember the tragedy that happened here and those that lost their lives. And on Saturday, there is going to be another memorial service, a religious service, Saturday at 11:30. In Allentown, Jaccii Farris, 69 News.
All right, thank you so much, Jackie. And be sure to stay with 69 News for continuing coverage of the aftermath of the explosion in Allentown.
We'll premiere an original documentary on the explosion this weekend. Time Bomb, Allentown Gas Explosion is what it's called. It'll debut Saturday night at 7:30 here on WFMZ TV channel 69. There's also explosion coverage at WFMZ.com. Click on the link in the Hot Topics bar for a special section that features additional stories, newsroom blogs, and more. February 9th, 2011, a night that changed the lives of the people in one Allentown neighborhood forever.
201, I need help. This is right adjacent to houses here. I need to make sure these people are hell out of here.
A year ago tonight, a gas explosion shook the city, took 5 lives, and wiped out an entire city block.
While we are all in separate areas and no longer together as a block, we will always be connected through our memories.
And tonight, the community gathers to think back, to shed tears, and to honor the lost.
Good evening, I'm Rob Vaughn.
And I'm Wendy Davis. Residents gather tonight to remember the victims at 2 memorials, one at the blast site and one at a local church. WFMZ's Catherine Hawley has more.
We're gathered here tonight to remember the families of our beloved friends and neighbors that we lost.
Nearly 100 people stood together Thursday night at the blast site at 13th and Allen. Lifting up prayers and candles, they came out to support each other. They also came to remember what happened here exactly 1 year ago. A city block was leveled and 5 people were killed in the explosion. Bill and Bee Hall, Ophelia Ben, Catherine Cruz, and Matthew Vega. For many gathered in the dark, coming together on the anniversary of this tragedy is a way to move on. While people mourn together here at the blast site, a prayer and remembrance gathering was going on at the same time, less than a mile away. At Salem United Methodist Church on West Linden Street, folks knew Bee and Bill Hall well. They sat in this pew every Sunday. But the night was about everyone who was affected by this disaster. With their prayers and their singing, there's a message of hope. Hope for healing and hope for recovery. 3, 2, Catherine Hawley, 69 News.
We all come together.
And we continue our coverage of the anniversary of the gas explosion this weekend. On Saturday, we'll premiere a half-hour documentary on the explosion and its aftermath. Tune in to Time Bomb, Allentown Gas Explosion this Saturday at 7:30 right here on WFMZ. And for much more on the anniversary of the gas explosion, you can go to our website, WFMZ.com. We've created a special Allentown Gas Explosion anniversary link. You can find it in the Hot Topics bar on our homepage. In the special section, you'll find more on the documentary as well as more from this week's anniversary coverage.